My God, I hate drugs.
I am glad to be back from the Republic of Korea. My official visit to Seoul was meaningful and productive. We are now writing a new chapter of cooperation in the shared history between the Philippines and South Korea. My meetings with President Moon Jae-in was very warm, open, and enriching, as things should be between special friends and long-standing partners. President Moon and I committed to significantly strengthen our partnership, especially in the areas of defense and security, trade and investments, infrastructure development, and protection of our nationals. I commended President Moon for his commitment to strengthen the foundations of security and stability in the region, and I expressed full support for all efforts to the eventual denuclearization in the southern Korean peninsula. New government-to-government agreements open up areas of wider collaboration in science and technology, infrastructure development, renewable energy deployment, trade and economic relations, transportation, agriculture, forestry, and communications. President Moon and I both reaffirmed the need to work closer together to address traditional and emerging threats. Again, terrorism, transnational crimes, and piracy at sea. To do this, we will count on South Korea as a steady partner in modernizing our key assets in defense, security, and law enforcement. We both also agreed to ramp up cooperation in the regional and international fora, especially in ASEAN, to advance security, stability, and the role of law. Trade between our countries has been reinvigorated. More than 20 agreements were signed between South Korea and the Philippine businesses. These agreements, hopefully, are projected to generate an estimated of $4.8 billion in investments and yearly, translated to about, let's say modest of maybe 20 to 25,000 jobs. Both the Philippines and South Korea vowed to do more in this and indeed in all areas. The Filipino community in South Korea also welcomed me warmly, and I am humbled by their reception. I gave them my commitment that their government will continue to work hard to advance their interests, protect their well-being, and uphold their rights. The Philippines and South Korea also honored our joint sacrifices in defense of freedom and democracy in the Korean Peninsula. We look forward to the landmark 70th anniversary of our occasion in 2019, and we will work together to make this occasion memorable. Indeed, the Republic of Korea is a true friend of the Philippines, and President Moon an even closer ally. Our friendship is reaching a new maturity at even closer as deep and abiding friends. This is reaching on the level of mutual respect for each other, and our relations will only grow stronger in the years to come. Daghang salamat. I am now ready to answer some questions.
Mr. President, the first question is from Faith Del Mundo of TV5.
Hello, good morning. Good evening, Mr. President. With regards to with your trip, the 1 billion peso loan from the government of Korea, and it will be used for the Build program in Marawi rehabilitation. When will this happen, or when will this arrive in the Philippines?
Well, we have the money, and we have the pace, and we just cannot continue and work overnight to make it happen tomorrow. As we go forward, there should be enough time given also to government to make its effort bear its fruit. But there is no problem about the commitment. We have given that to the Maranaos and to the Moro of Mindanao and to the people of the Philippines.
Okay.
Dahan-dahan lang muna tayo kasi we already have the money. Donors are there everywhere, and even South Korea is still interested to help us. But you know, we can only do so much. We cannot do it all the time and every time. And so there has to be an allowance of a timeline where we can complete the rehabilitation complete.
Yes, thank you. And another question, your reaction for the proposed multi-billion building of the Senate that will be completed in 2020, and it will be transferred in BGC.
Again,
Mr. President, reaction nyo daw po doon sa bagong building ng Senado na gagawin po sa BGC. Yung reaction nyo daw po doon sa gagawing bagong building ng Senado dito po sa Bonifacio Global City.
I seem to be having a jet lag somewhere there. I cannot make out again.
Magpapagawa po ng bagong building yung Senado. Reaction nyo daw po.
Well, they are occupying a place na hindi kanila yan. I think it's owned by GSIS, I believe. And if they kind of a more spacious environment, I suggest that, and even in the parking and the mobility of, wala akong objection dyan.
So, clarification. So, it's okay to transfer po sa BGC, Bonifacio Global City, okay?
Anywhere the Senate wants to build it, we will say amen.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, Mr. President, is from Michael Delizo of DZMM.
Hello, Mr. President. Okay, the DFA has always been saying that the Philippines has been taking diplomatic actions on the West Philippine Sea issue. Now, could you please specify what diplomatic actions we have already taken and in what specific issue?
Sinasabi daw po ng DFA na meron sila mga diplomatic action na ginawa sa West Philippine Sea. Pwede ba hong i-specify kung ano yung mga diplomatic action na ito?
DFA does not on its own do a policy. It's the office of the President. And so they just implement. It's the sole organ of the foreign policy of this country lies with the office of the President. And as I have said my piece, unless we are ready to go to war, and I would like to embody to be drafted if they want, and I will send them first. We cannot afford a war at this time because it will result in a massacre. I am not prepared to lose my soldiers and policemen for a simple adventurism. Diplomatic protest, every time we open our mouth, we are protesting actually. And if you might want to know, the first time I met Ms. President, I already protested and insisted that we will dig our own oil there. And the response was always, I said, it might lead into some kind of trouble. And when you say that word trouble in Chinese, it means exactly what it means. Are we prepared to go to war? It's easy to postulate a theory. Maraming scholar na bright ang Pilipinas. Hindi na ubusan eh. Libo yan. With the population of 105 million, you can easily say that there are about 1 million who want something more than just the dramatics. Kaya ba nila? Are you being realistic or you are just indulging in a public display of brilliance? Madali sabihin yan kung hindi ka nakaupo dito. Eh kung gusto nila, sila umupo ng isang buwan, tignan natin. I'm willing, if there is an opportunity in law or the Constitution, I'd be willing to let anybody run this country and solve all the things that we have been having qualms since madali sabihin yan eh. Now there is an offer for a joint exploration and others would say that it's unconstitutional. By what standard? Can't a country go into a business just because there is a pending issue of jurisdiction? This is a historical claim and this is an arbitration award. Now, who wins? Nobody. Can I rely now on America and drop the first bomb when we attack? Can I rely on anybody's help? If all of my soldiers will die there, and all of the policemen to assist them, na disgrasya ang Pilipinas, sinong managot? The people will execute me right at the Luneta. And you are either inviting, if I do that, either I am inviting trouble within my country or the military and police will oust. Hindi yan preparado silang go into a suicide. He would rather dispense me rather than lose their soldiers unnecessarily and needlessly. Madali sabihin yan eh. Pag sinabi ko sa military, pati police, pumunta ka din, mag-suicide kayo, do you think they will follow me? I'll be the first to, just like the others, I'll have some trouble in the streets, and eventually, the one who are now yakking will take advantage of that and gain power. Now, how many times did the military intervene in this country? Are you sure that this time they will give it back to the civilians? Just like the other sad experiences which they suffered. Ibinibalik nila sa military civilian. And they also, there's a lesson to be learned every co-data or every change of radical ways of removing an official of government. Sigurado ba kayo na susunod ang military if it means a massacre right there on the beach of Palawan? Madali sabihin niya. Kung ako ang military, ako ang general, utusan mo ako na pumunta ka doon, magpakamatay ka, samahin mo yung sundalo mo. Bingo, fuck you. Why do I have to do that? Sino gagong susunod sa iyo? This is not, this is an armed forces of service, not suicide.
Mr. President,
Remember that they have learned their lessons in several occasions in this country. You are not sure this time if they will give it back to the civilians. Remember that. Ako, they will not spare me. They are there because we are the duly constituted authorities, the cabinet running government. But so long as you do not ask for an impossible, they will obey. But kung sa Bisaya, ibahog nimo, you feed them to the jaws of hell, they will not. Be careful with that. Kayo mga oppositionista and all.
just a quick follow-up, Mr. President. Could you confirm a report na nagalit daw kayo sa China dahil hinaras ng Chinese soldiers ang Filipino soldiers na may resupplying mission sa Ayungin Shoal?
Again,
Paki-confirm daw po na
The
kung totoo na
acoustic-
nagalit kayo.
the acoustics really is bad. It's bouncing.
Pinapa-confirm lang po kung totoong nagalit daw po kayo dahil sa Ayungin, meron daw harassment na naganap, di umano.
I don't know about that incident. I was busy talking to Korean officials. What kind of harassment in the first place? Before I commit myself to answer the question, what kind of harassment was this?
Ang report, sir, hinaras ng Chinese soldiers, ang Filipino soldiers na may resupplying mission sa Ayungin Shoal. Nagpapadala po ng mga karagdagang Filipino soldiers doon sa Ayungin Shoal.
Nagharas daw po yung mga Chino na mga sundalong Pilipino na nagde-deliver ng supply sa Ayungin Shoal.
I have to have a more, not even, this is the first time I've heard of it. It would be dangerous for me to answer questions without really having the slightest idea of what it is all about.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Last question from Jervis Manahan of ABS-CBN.
Hi, good evening, sir.
What is your question about the kissing?
Yes, sir.
We enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
It was a hubris and everybody enjoyed. Asking for malice, I do not do it in public if there is malice. I would pull the woman's down somewhere along the empty halls.
So, sir, I just want to ask, because a lot of Filipinos have been criticizing you for that, well, very controversial kiss. So, what can you say about...
Ayaw ko sa magkapalit ka nila kasi bad breath sila. Kaya, you know. Inggit lang yan. Smack. You know, I'll tell you what. There are people here from Davao. During the campaign in my mayorship days, I kissed every woman there, lips to lips. Ayaw mo maniwala, tignan mo ng footage ng ABS-CBN. Hindi lang yung smack. Yung ibang babae gusto talaga ng romance. I-style ko yan eh. Maghanap kayo ng ibang style ninyo. There is nothing wrong in a simple kiss, you cause an uproar. Inggit lang yan sila. Sabihin mo sa kanila, palitan nilang pustiso nila.
If I may ask, sir, how did Ms. Honeyland react to...
Saka hindi yan tanong yan ng mga pervert. Why do you have to dwell on kissing? Sabihin mo na lang, baka Next question.
Next question.
One more, Mr. Mayor, or isa pa po?
Yes,
Okay. One more, Athena Imperial of GMA7.
Same about the kiss.
No, sir. It's about Ms. Chris Aquino's reaction to Asik Mocha Uson's post. Have you talked with Asik Uson about this, sir? Ms. Chris Aquino got offended with Asik Uson's post, showing a video of the late Senator Ninoy Aquino, her father being kissed by two women in defense and in comparison to your controversial kiss, sir. Ms. Aquino said she never disrespected you and she didn't react negatively on other issues about her family that ASEC Uson brought up until this 9 o'clock in the evening. She also mentioned that what ASEC Uson recently posted reminded her of her father's death. The sorrow resurfaced because of ASEC Uson's post. What is your reaction to this, sir?
Ma'am, I am very sorry. I got lost along the maze of the question. Can you put it in one statement?
Ang reaction niyo daw po, kasi may reaction daw si Chris Aquino dun sa pinost ni ASEC Mocha Uson na larawan po ng ni Ninoy Aquino na hilahalikan ng dalawang babae.
Yes.
At ang sabi daw po ni Chris Aquino, nasaktan daw siya
Nasaktan daw po siya,
doon
sir.
sa ganong sinulat ni ASEC Mocha Uson. Reaction daw
Well,
po.
the logical answer would be to ask my daughter also if he was hurt. I can only ask for my territory. I cannot dwell into the... first of all, with due respect, wala nang tao dito, patay na. Second is, I do not know the exact feelings. Maybe if you want a comparison, you can ask my daughter what she felt when she saw me. But I said she was around. May dala-dala ako noong mga ball, noong mayor pa ako, and every time that may bigyan ako, I would pick out a woman. Sinasadya ko. Matanda, bata lahat. Bata dito. Basta maganda, bata, halik, gusto mo? Oh, sige. So, but I never felt any sensation, if that is what you mean. I can only generate an emotion if I kiss a woman I love. Any other stranger is pure showbiz.
Sir, nakapag-usap na po ba kayo ni ASEC Uson regarding the post?
Wala akong, tanungin mo lang yung mga babae, ma'am. If there are enough women to, well, I think if all women here would sign a petition for me to resign, I will resign. But as to the posting of, and maybe the corresponding emotional feeling that was generated, I said, I cannot answer it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Yung
President.
anak ko, yung pwede mo tanungin. Inday and yung isang anak ko, yun talaga si Lusa yun. Yun, baka she will put me to task. I expect my second daughter to say something about it in front of me when kaya ayaw ko munang umuwi. Pakalmuhin muna natin. Alam mo, hindi tayo pwede makipag-away ng anak na babae. Yan. We fathers, we cannot afford to. So every time a daughter comments, medyo yung lalaki pa, pero yung mga babae, yung lalo na si Inday. Hindi ko talaga kaya. So, pa-cool off muna ako dito ng ilang araw sa Maynila. Mabuti pa sa inyo mga babae, tulungan na lang ninyo ako tuloy mag-explain to them na natural mo yung ganon. And because I really, I want people, hindi nyo kasi ako kilala. I'm a small town political warlord in politics, not in arms. Ganon talaga ako sa amin. I embrace lahat. Yung lalo na yung nandyan sa baba. You can hardly see me embracing the high and the mighty. But kung kilala ninyo ako, ay nag-embrace ako, lalo yung may sakit, And even with yung may mga lumalabas na I always reassure them that government is there. And you know what? I'll tell you. That was my secret in politics. Nandoon ako sa baba kasi galing ako doon. And if I want women to feel important, even if they are sick, may mga infection na lumalabas sa damit, I try to embrace them and calm them down and say, we will look for something else. I'll tell you now, yung PGH hospital, they are always stretched beyond its normal capacity for. And so they said that pati yung mga intern dyan, sabihin ko na, hindi na ito, matagal ko nang tinago yan, matagal ko nang ginawa yan. Tapos sabi nila na pati yung mga intern, nagko-contribute sila ng pera just to help a patient there. So one day I called them. Sabi ko, how much is your, sabi sir, maliit lang masyado. Enough to wages and salaries, no more. Sabi ko, gaano kahirap dyan? So siya talagang ganyan lang. So sabi ko, would 100 million a month help you? Ang sabi ng mga doktor, tanungin nyo. So, Mayor, malaking bagay yan. Yearly, kung no, I will order PAGCOR to give you 100 million a month. Check it out. Ang media hindi nag-clap ng hands. Kayo yung nagpag-answer sa akin. Yan sa totoo lang. And soldiers. Yung mga retirees, how much do you receive? Kaya talagang papatayin kayo, pa-suicide mo yung mga yan. Who will take care of their families? Ilan lang ang sweldo niyan? Kayo mga empleyado dito. Kayo mga ABS-CBN. Wala kayong mga salary na all these years in your service. Kayo dyan, what do you receive? Talent fee. Di ba? Sinong tumagal dyan sa ABS-CBN na nabigyan ng malaking sweldo? Anong binibigay sa inyo? Talent fee. Takinang yan. How many years? 15, 20 years. Talent fee. Kala mo malalaki yung sweldo dyan, mga bata, pinapalaro nila dyan sa ano? Even how good you are, it's always talent ka lang. Forever. Gusto mo talaga malaman ang buhay ng Pilipino. Mga sundalo, ilan naman makuha nila? Ang problema nito because they retire at the age of 56. So doon nakunin yung, how much doon? 1 million, 2 million? Si Batot. Sabi nila 14. How old is Bato? 56? Well, do you presume that if he lives about another 15 years, doon niya kunin lahat ng pagkain niya, pati Bato is, the physique is good, but only now. He will get old one of these days. You think that 14 million with the cost of money rising is enough? At tapos sabihin mo ako, maghipagira ako, sino magpakain ng mga byuda? Tapos pensyon, bigyan mo lang ng what? 4,000, 3,000? Eh kung mga mata yan, sino magpaaral ng mga anak niya? Sila? Itong mga China? Ako, payag ako. Anak ng... Sabay-sabay tayo. Pero gusto kong na pati kayo, kasali tayo. You want... I will not only say, sabihin ko ngayon sa China, okay, I will find out and I will go to war to retake whatever they think. Alam mo kasi itong mga... They are complaining about the bombers of that strip is in Woody Island. It is far beyond our territorial and our economic zone. Malayo yan. Itong mga to, so gireklamo, we're not even looking at the map. Where is Woody Island? It's near the opening going out of Asia towards the Philippines, towards India. Madali sabihin niya, maghanap pala ng away. Ngayon, sabi na, putang, look, all the superpowers in America were already put to knowledge. Yung newspaper, lahat natin, that there was something afoot there, building a reclamation. Ang Amerika, pati itong mga justices, siyak ang ginawa mo nun. How about the time of Arroyo and Aquino? What was done? Tapos ngayon dito na meron ng missile, ngayon pa kayo magsigaw. An America is prodding me to be vocal about it. In the first place, you are the only superpower at that time, or even now. Why did you not send the 7th Fleet, pinarking mo doon, sinabi mo doon sa mga Chinese, stop it because you are not allowed to build artificial islands in international waters. Bakit hinintay ako? Bakit gusto nilang akong ipaon? Puro tarantado itong mga Ngayon gusto mo ako sa panahon ko sisirain ko ang bayan ko. Bakit hindi nyo sinira noon? You know very well na the overflights were made. We already had, nakapublish na dyan sa lahat ng newspaper. Tong Amerika, anong ginawa? It kept silent. Neither was there any public outcry o takot. Do you think America will survive if there's war going on? Do you really seriously think that America will be there when it goes to war with China and Russia? You must be dreaming. Bakit tayo? Kasali, bakit? Nandito yung mga... Just like World War. Second, why were we attacked by... because they were here. And this country was a colony for 50 years. Akala na sila ang geopolitics, my God. Alam mo kung sinong professor namin dyan? Department of Foreign Affairs, si Rosalinda Tirona. She is now retired. You asked the DFA dito. And she was good, very good. Because she was employed sa Department of Foreign Affairs. She was our professor sa geopolitics. Nagsasabi na, alam ba ni Duterte ang geopolitics? Oh my God. Why don't you try to debate with me in public so that you will know? That you will know that I know. Hindi naman ako torpe. Alam mo kasi kung bakit? Kung mas bright itong mga justices, itong mga putang inan to, siya yung presidente ngayon. Hindi ako. Totoo. If you are smart, more than enough you claim to be, then why are you there? Why am I here? Me, I am here. I'm going to serve my country. This is the last chapter sa buhay ko. I will dedicate it to the service of my country. Good or bad, you may not like it, but tumbay. Last chapter ko na to. And I thank God that binigyan ako ng panahon mag-serve sa bayan ko. so that there will be changes in the coming days, including public order and security. There are simply too many crimes and too many claiming to be this and that. Well, remember that there is no difference actually between martial law and a declaration of national emergency. So I've been warning all, lahat. I'm warning all, including the human rights. It's either we behave or we will have a serious problem again. Mahirap yan. Most of the complaints here is, di ba pasok dito kasi takot, kidnapin, patayin. Well, somehow, even with this meager emergency power, I will use it to the hilt at put things in order. Ni-warning ko lang kayong mga kriminal, lahat na. Nasa gobyerno, sa labas, I will make radical changes in the days to come. For those offices na hindi talaga makontrol, I will place you under the office of the President. Ako na mismo ang kaharap mo araw-araw. Any other question? Nawala ang migraine ko. I was, I puked in because of pain. That's why I was not able to go around the plane. Kumustahin ko sana yung mga mostly Filipino passengers. And I had to ask Senior Roque to apologize in behalf, behalf of me. Na gusto kong umikot para lang most of them are OFWs. Ano pa ho?
Mr. President, wala na pong tanong. Maraming salamat po. Welcome back and congratulations on a successful trip to Korea.
May tanongin ako sa media. Who would want to answer me? Please volunteer. Bakit kayo lang pala ang magtanong? Hali kayo dito. Well, I was just about to ask if you're satisfied with my answer or not. Good night to you all, ladies and gentlemen.